Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Marvel Contest of Champions. And today we are going to give you my tier list of all of the 7-star, not the 6-star, the 7-star Mystic Champions. Now, I do include all the 6 stars in here. I'm going to tell you which champions currently are in the 7-star pool, which champions are not in the 7-star pool, and then I'm going to give you my top 11. Because I like the 11 that I have, and that's why we're going to do the top 11. They're all going to be 7 stars. We're going to talk about each champ. We're going to talk about each one of their shticks. That is, what is the thing that they need to do to be successful. And then I'm going to give you my top 5 fights against Winter Soldier in Realm of Legends. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or a comment. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. All right. So here we got them. Here they all are. I have all of the 7 stars except for Deathless Guillotine, Man-Thing, Classic Scarlet Witch, and White Tiger. However, I do have a White Tiger as a 6-star, and I do have Man-Thing and Scarlet Witch as a 7-star. Eventually, I may get Deathless Guillotine. I don't really care. It's more of a meme champ. But we did recently get a 7-star Rintrah. We are going to be awakening that as soon as we can, and then we'll be getting Rintrah up to probably rank 4. But we have a bunch of other champions that are in here that I really want awakened as well, like Kushala, Purgatory, and Diablo. Now, I put together a tier list. Here it is. Here is the list in an Excel sheet. So we have our champions in column 1, whether they are a 6-star or a 7-star. So you'll see, starting with Absorbing Man all the way down to Unstoppable Colossus, those champions are not in the 7-star pool at this moment. And then whether I have them or I would rank them to rank 3 as a 7-star, and then their rank. And then I've got all their shticks. So the shtick is the thing that they can do, particularly because Mystic champions can control power, they can steal power, they get power gains, and they also get staggers and neutralize. So they can manipulate power and buffs and things like that as well. So our number 1 champ is Rintrah. Our number 2 champ is Juggernaut. Our number 3 champ is Wiccan. Number 4 champ is Sasquatch. Number 5 champ is Kushala. Number 6 champ is Isophene. 7 champ is Purgatory. 8 is Diablo. 9 is Shathra. 10 is Werewolf by Night. And 11 is American Chavez. Now, Rintrah's shtick. So he is available as a 7-star and a 6-star. I would rank him to rank 3, but I will only do that if he's awakened. I have a 6-star of him that's all the way up. And he is my number 1 ranked in my Mystic tier list. He has a Neutralize. So anytime he hits, he gives a Neutralize. His Neutralizes can result in power gains if they actually neutralize a buff. And that's basically it. And we'll go through the fight, but the thing with him is that you want to get your opponent in the corner, and then he gets rooted, and he gets rooted, he's unstoppable, and then he gets all these ruptures. That's how he does it. And then you go to the special 2. Juggernaut. He is available in both pools. I have him. He is rank 3. I have him awakened. And he is my number 2 champ. He staggers on a heavy. And he is immune to reverse controls. There are very few champs that have this, but he is one of the only ones. And he can nullify with while he is with Unstoppable. All right, then we've got Wiccan. Wiccan will neutralize on a light ender. So if you do a 5-hit combo and you end it with a light attack, he neutralizes. He is another one of these that's immune to reverse controls. And he gets a power gain on a heavy. Sasquatch increases power gain if opponent is buffed or staggered. And he staggers on a heavy. So there it is, stagger on a heavy. And then while he is in Wrath of Tarnak, he decreases the power gain on his opponent. Kushala gets power gain off opponent's buff. Power rate gain on Blessing of Power. That's the one you get from the Intercept, which is not easy to do. And there is a change to the Despair Mastery that she has. There's a let's take a look at that really quick here. So if we click on her here, there is a slight change to the way she interacts with Despair. Damaging debuffs. So Kushala does not benefit from the Despair Mastery. Instead, she reduces the opponent's regen rate by 8% for each debuff or personal damaging passive active on the opponent to a maximum of 100%. So she can actually reverse regen. And now that is an awakened ability. So I have her as a 7-star unawakened. I do have her as an awakened 6-star all the way up. And she is also ascended. And then we have Isophene. So Isophene will nullify on a light attack, 35% chance. Gets a power gain when nullify is active, but does not nullify. So if it happens, but it doesn't nullify, because then there's certain things that she can nullify and certain things she can't. So, but if she activates it and it doesn't actually happen, like if they don't have a buff, then she gets a power gain. And then she gets a power gain at the start if she's awakened. Purgatory gets a power gain with Bloodlust. She neutralizes at the start of the fight, and then she also places one for every bar of power that she gets. Diablo is poison, poison, poison. He gets poison and healing. That's his shtick. Shathra gets a power steal with a heavy, but you have to have wasps on your opponent. And then the fourth light will equal dead wasps, and they result in a nullify, but she has to have 30 of those. Werewolf by Night. Medium 1 and Light 4 cause ruptures, and then Chilling Howl cause a power gain. And lastly, American Chavez, reduce the opponent's power rate with the negative zone. That's the 3 hits off of the heavy. And then she gets a power gain with a special 1. And she gets she can nullify some things with the special 1, not everything. So that is our top 10 list of champions. Now we're going to go through some fights with those champs, and we're going to go through fights starting with my number 1, who is Rintrah, who is in this as a 7-star, way down there. We're going to start with a 6-star Rintrah. We've got a rank 3 7-star Juggernaut, a rank 3 7-star Wiccan, a rank 3 7-star Sasquatch, a 6-star Kushala, a rank 3 7-star Isophene. I have a 7-star Purgatory, but this one's going to be, we're not going to do that one. We're only going to do the top 5. So down to Kushala are going to be our fight. So let's get into, all right. So now let's show the Rintrah fight. Rintrah is our number 1 ranked mystic in our tier list. And this is the team that I've got comprised for him for all the synergies. And of course, we're going to be going up against our favorite punching bag, Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. So we're starting out with Mordo. Mordo gives a bump to attack rating of plus 6%. We then have Vision Arcus on here. And so he's going to start the fight with the 5 mystic charges. We are going to be bringing in Purgatory, so 30% chance to inflict a personal rupture whenever one is removed by the special 2. And finally, we're going to have Captain Britain. And Captain Britain is going to give us a personal neutralizes last for 1 second longer, which is really important. All right, let's start. And we're going to be building, we're going to try and get him in the corner, and then we're going to build up to a special 2. And then we're going to blast him with a special 2. Now, this is a 6-star. I have a 7-star Rintrah, but that Rintrah is not awakened. So this is a 6-star, rank 5, awakened, not ascended Rintrah. But you can just imagine what is going to occur with this particular champion when they are a rank 3 or 4 7-star. Now, you could use a special 2 to get them in the corner there, but we're going to do it this way. So I could block. All right, let's get that going. We got 34 ruptures. Boom, 88,000 damage. Not a crit. Not a crit by any means. But I have done quite a bit of damage with this guy in the past. All right, that's fine. 23 ruptures. 201 points of damage. And we're back to this again. And, you know, it doesn't matter if he hits us or not. We're going to regen some of it. But you have to be rooted for that to happen. Okay. So easy peasy. There we go. Not a hard fight. It was 1 minute and 16 seconds, but again, this is a unascended rank 5 awakened Rintrah. A Rintrah that is a rank 3 7-star that is awakened is probably going to do this in, I wouldn't say half the time, but close to half the time. All right, here we are. We are going to work our way up to a special 2. We can do a few heavies for staggers, but they're not really going to do anything to this guy because he doesn't get any buffs. So here we go. Got enough there. So there's 2 staggers right there. And we can just keep going forward. Now we don't want to work all the way up. Now we want to hit it. Now we want to hit it. Okay, wow, that was a lot. We don't want to waste that unstoppable. And, of course, he's going to hit with that. And we're going to go. And there's... Oh, wow, that was a lot of damage. So that was a very quick fight. 37 seconds. And you can imagine why I would want to rank for this guy as a 7-star. All right. Off to... All right, this is our 3rd fight in a series of 5, and we are going to be looking at Wiccan. This is the team we're going to be using, so here's our synergies. We have a hood on, which is going to increase the potency of our incinerates. We have a Hulkling on, which is going to give us neutralizes on the opponent. When neutralizing, Wiccan also inflicts a tracking debuff, so we don't miss. And we were going to have a Mordo because we're going to get a 6% attack rating. And we also have the Romance for power gain. And basically that's as where we're going to get. So let's begin with Wiccan. Of course, we're going after our favorite punching bag, Winter Soldier Realm of Legend. We are going to concentrate on ending. We might end 1 or 2 5-to-hit combos with a light to put on the neutralize just to show it, but we want to concentrate on ending with the medium so we can get the incinerates, and then we're going to be hitting special 2s as we can. All right, here we go. I'm going to hit him with a heavy and set off that power gain. There's a neutralize with the tracker because of the synergy. And we hit that. Not doing a lot of damage with that. But we're going to... Now we got 2 of them. And we're going to do a full 5-hit combo. And now you can see look at all that damage we're doing. Okay, we're going to back up and hit the shield. And now we're converting things over to plasma. And he is just taking a ton of damage. Okay, there we go. All right, and that was basically it. 2 special 2s, 46 seconds. That is... Okay, in our next fight, it's going to be Sasquatch, and this is the team we're using. King Groot, Man-Thing, Squirrel Girl, and Hulkbuster. So most of these do proc off of Sasquatch. So let's take a look. With King Groot, we start the fight with 3 stacks of Rage, which is his shtick, so we want those. With Man-Thing, we increase our attack rating when we have Wrath of Tarnak on. With Squirrel Girl, our ruptures last 20% longer, which is very important. And with Hulkbuster, each stack of Rage increases the Wrath of Tarnak by an additional 0.3 seconds. And in addition, Man-Thing has one with King Groot, which doesn't have anything to do with us. So all of those are proccing within his kit. All great things. And just if you don't know, we're going to go over this yet again. His shtick is that he either ends with light attacks or he ends with medium attacks. So if he ends with medium attacks, we get a chance of putting a rupture on. If he ends with light attacks, which is where we want to go, we get to get our Rage, which feeds into Wrath of Tarnak. And so once we're in Wrath of Tarnak, that's when we want to end with mediums so we can put ruptures on. Okay, we're going to end with lights to get all the Rage, and then we're going to go into mediums. And we're going to try and get off as many special 2s as we can. So medium, light, 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 light. Look at all that. We're already at 6. Medium, light, 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 light. Medium, light, 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 light. Now we're in Wrath of Tarnak already. So now we're going to end with a medium. And here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. And here we go. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And he's going to melt pretty fast here. Done. Done. And we get a lot of power back when we're in Wrath of Tarnak right after we use our special 2. So that was 35 seconds for Sasquatch. He is a beast. All right, here's our last fight, and this one's going to show off Kushala. This is a rank 5 6-star Awakened Kushala. I do have a 7-star Kushala, but Kushala is not Awakened, so we won't be using that one. We'll be using this one. The team I've got is Jack-O-Lantern, CGR, Chi-Ilth, and Sunspot. Some of these are proccing off of her, some are not. So the CGR allows our damaging effects to gain 10% increased potency. We're going to be going for a special 2 to put on the Soul Barb, and then we might go for a special 1 after that for the Incinerate. So those are important. And then we're putting in Sunspot, so our Incinerate effects are more potent. We're putting in Chi-Ilth, so for Kushala, our Blessings of Power reduce the opponent's ability power rate by 10% each. And then finally, Jack-O-Lantern for synergies. When immune to an Incinerate effect, gain a non-stacking bulwark. That doesn't matter. She doesn't have a lot of decent ones, but they are there. So, and then we're also, looks like we're going to be getting 6% health, something like that. So let's get into it. We're going to be working our way up to a special 2 for the Soul Barb, getting as many of those Incinerate buffs on as we can. And we're going to be trying to get as many blessings as we can. That's easier said than done, though. So we're going to start with a Incinerate, and then that one, and then we're going to go, and we tried it. There we go. And that time we got it. Okay, now he's getting them. Ah. All right, there we go. Now we're going to hit him again. All right, now we've got 2 of each blessing on. And we've got 8, so that's going to be a pretty hefty Soul Barb. There it is. And he's got 9 on. And now he is going to be taking a... Look at all that damage he's taking. Going to hit him with that. And that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Lots of nasty damage there. And, you know, it is okay not to get the intercept blessing on, but it isn't the easiest thing to do. Intercept is probably the hardest thing in the game to do. But the other ones are pretty easy to get, but I wanted to show off all three of them. All right, that is what we have for you today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody